Welcome back to the most trustworthy watch show on the planet, the Nut and Fancy Project. What do you guys think about this Breitling? Tore this ad out of a magazine. I would say moderately good looking. It's a good looking watch. I mean, I like the blues, contrasting with the bead blasted silver. Strap looks very interesting. Buying a new Breitling for me, no. I just don't do that. I'll trade into a used one. I would never buy a new one. Small effective face. Way too much case space, as Breitling often does with a chapter ring. And again, we see the same paid-off celebrity spokespeople as before. Brad Pitt belongs. I forget her name. No, I just don't like her. But she's a good actress. Adam Driver? Dude, you're still there. You do not belong, in my estimation. The only reason that dude's there is to appeal to millennials and Z-Geners, so they buy stuff like this. And there's a lot of them actually with money, believe it or not, that have hit the big time, I guess. Making easily six figures, some $500,000 a year. I've met them. I'm talking millennials, Z-Geners, a couple Z-Geners, not like 5K, but they're making money, so they are trying to appeal to that audience. The watch I'm going to review right here is fantastic. I'm going to try to expedite the posting of this WRV because I'm just afraid it's going to sell out from Amazon very quickly. And that's where I found it. And to my happiness, I find that these watches are actually selling very quickly. And that's why I have to expedite the posting of this review. I say that because with smartwatches, of which I wear all the time, I'm wearing an Apple Series 2. It's my wrist computer. I don't think of it as a watch. Same as I've always said. But with all types of really great smartwatches, this is, just a basic one, but there's some great Garmin's. I thought that analog timepieces would just flatline for sales. In the value market where I concentrate, that's $300 or less for the watch show here in TMP. I don't see this at all. I see these pieces, if they're really good looking, they sell out very quickly. And welcome to the tabletop review on the Pagani 007 Homage. Value, automatic watch. This one has been hands modded by myself, and therefore it is more awesome. That's right. It comes with hollow hands. I have two versions to show you. It is actually made by a company in China called Halkin, Halqin. They're currently calling it the Pagani Homage, 007 Homage, whatever. The striped strap. Okay. The, Seamaster Homage. I don't really see it that much, but okay. Kind of, sort of. But it is called the 007. That is a cool name. And this is the first version. This is the blue version. And it is wearing the strap, one of the straps that it came with. It does come with two straps. The price is amazing for the quality you're going to get, for the straps you're going to get. I'm just saying, again, pause the video and just buy it. Buy your favorite color. I really like these watches a lot. I have taken them apart. I've examined their movement. They're saying that it's an NH35A movement, which is a Seiko movement. Maybe. I mean, I had my magnifying glasses on, as I worked on the watch. I took the hands off and everything. I thought it said NH36A on the rotor. So maybe it's a knockoff movement. And I don't have my magnifying glasses, and I was in a hurry when I did it, but it could be, I don't know. What's it say over there? It says TMI, too much information right here. I don't see anywhere where it says Seiko. Now, I'm laughing about it and acting like it's not a big deal because it really isn't. The Seagull Chinese movements, and I'm not saying this is one of them, but by the way, this is the other version I'm going to show you. The Seagull Chinese movements are fantastic. They're durable, they're reliable. I've had zero problems with them. And for that matter, I've had zero problems with Seiko movements either. So I love a Seiko NH35A. And for this tabletop review, we're going to pretend that it is indeed a genuine Seiko NH35A movement, which for the price being paid is fantastic. Now, I, again, will not give my stamp of authenticity on said genuine Seiko movement, but again, I don't think it really matters. Here's the other version right here, dudes. Great looking watch, huh? Great looking watch. And these hands are unmolested. That is as they came out of box. And you can see with the Pagani 007, you're going to have partially hollow hands and partially filled. And there's a bunch of cool colors, so jump in while you can, while there's a good selection. Pick your favorite colors. I think it's a fantastic watch to add to your collection, especially for the very, very low price. This would classify as a cheap watch. For sure, for sure. Obviously, we have hand winding. We have hackability with this movement. We also have a date in positive display on all the ones that I have seen. And you can actually read it. It's legible. And in this version, the hands are actually very legible. So I generally detest any hollow hands. I've always said that. That's just my aesthetic. No apologies. I think they're stupid. But in this one, I might let it slide. If I were to mod this one, what I would do is just probably make it super dark blue, like almost a black navy, and tape them. You can't paint hollow hands because then obviously they're just going to be hollow still. These are taped. So this is me taping the hands right here, bros. I love the colors on this one. So it's a Pepsi coloration, you know, red, white, and blue. Just fantastic color. And the sizing on this, guys, is really great. And I have always said I like the larger watch, and I do. Here comes an Edifice EQB 800DB. This is a smart watch. It hooks up through the app, through your phone. It's a beautiful watch. You can see the size difference. So, and I wrote the size. This is a 50 millimeter across watch, this one, the Edifice EQB 800. So this one is much smaller, 42 millimeters across, not counting the protected crown, 14 millimeters in thickness, 48, a very short 48 lug to lug. So you guys with small wrists, pay attention. This is a great value, automatic, not quartz watch. So you don't have to fool around with battery replacements, which are a hassle. I hate doing it myself. Buying the batteries, swapping them out every year and a half, it seems like. Yeah, it's dumb. Automatic, hackability, 41-hour power reserve, 24 joule, I believe. And that is a domed sapphire crystal without AR, which I'm totally fine with. I don't think AR does much at all. It just changes the color of the reflection. I generally don't like domed crystals, but this one's fine. And they're saying it's sapphire. I don't have my tester super handy, but I'm going to fly through this review anyhow, so it doesn't matter. They're saying sapphire domed. And look at the case on this. 316L stainless like everything. Brushed stainless steel. Scalloped bezel. 120 click unidirectional bezel. We'll look at the action here in a second. Now, this crown right here is coated in that blue for transport. I often leave that on just because I like the pop of blue. That's actually a piece of plastic you can peel off. I don't know if you guys knew that. You probably have watches that have it and you're like, oh, that's a cool, they put blue on there. It's actually protection to make sure it doesn't scratch. But I like it. I do. This is a screw down crown, 100 meter water resistance, which seems conservative looking at its construction and having taken these watches apart. Here's the bezel. I would classify the action 0 to 5 stars, 5 being the best, as probably 3.5, maybe 4. Yeah, I'll give it a 3.5. I'll stick with 3.5. It's pretty good. I mean, it's not like amazing. Some of the other watches that I've talked about, the dive watches, are amazing. I would classify this in philosophy of use, by the way, as a no kidding dive watch. I would dive down to 50 feet, no problem with this. Probably even 100 feet, no problem. Even though I know it's rated only to 100 meters. I've always said a lot of people, real divers, won't use analog timepieces unless it's a backup timepiece or they'll have a dive computer. Let's look at the back. Exhibition case back. I don't think this is sapphire. I think that's mineral. I didn't really have anywhere to sign once I modded that one right here. Good looking case back though. Yep, and let's look at the inside of the first strap that it comes with. It's a clasp strap, and it is, I think, vinyl lined. So I'm not super digging this strap too much. I think it looks good. It really looks good. It's a composite strap, so it's either rubber or vinyl on the inside. Then it has an outer layer of Cordura stitched to it like that. So it's a composite strap. Then it has a clasp mechanism right here. Double clasp, you'll just attach it right here. I did wear it around enough to find out that it was secure. It seemed to be comfortable on this piece, not this watch. Sign logo here. And the way you'll adjust it is you'll just put that pin to the hole in this side that you want to adjust it to. I have this side detached right now. So it does come with this, you know, this form-fitted composite strap, and then thankfully it comes with a NATO as well. And the one that came with this Pepsi 007 is this one right here. So this is a, if I'm remembering right, this is like the 007 strap. Now let me say this, I have a thing, it's like a gift for picking the right strap for a watch. I would not choose this strap, even though it came with this. These are the two straps this version came with. Again, high value, you get two straps. I just don't think the gray and black tie in so well to that one. I would experiment a little bit. This is the striped NATO strap that comes with this. I would say it's navy blue. It's more of a mallard blue. You can kind of see it. The camera's doing a good job showing the tone of the blue. So it doesn't match this. This is more of a really deep royal or navy blue. The strap that I would put on this, and you guys tell me what you think, okay? And I got a ton of straps, and this is why. So I can just play around. I would run this bright orange Perlon strap on it. An orange strap. Tying into my seconds hand mod, I think that would pop. Look at that. And then that blue really stands out, looks beautiful, and it just exhibits more starkly. And there's not a competition going on that there is now with this strap. Just a little bit of fashion sense right there. By the way, this is a ceramic bezel, which is amazing for the price. So this is not a screen printed bezel. This is an inlaid ceramic bezel. That is amazing. We're gonna look at the Lume right now before I forget, and I usually do forget. Remember the sizing on this, dudes. This is a fantastically sized watch for a lot of people. And I do wear 42mm dive watches. They're small for me, but I do like them. And the competitive offering that this watch really reminds you of, I don't have on table. It's in Arizona with Tactical Doodle. But I wore that one, and it really turned me on to a 42mm dive piece. There's your Lume right there, boys and girls. So it's decent. You can see the pip on your bezel. Now, as I hands modded it, of course, this just got splash Lume here. You can see you can't see my hands in that one. That's all right. It's worth it for the beautifulness of those hands, as I see it. So I would classify the Lume is very good, as good as Seiko or Citizen. To be honest, I didn't really test it to that point, so I don't really want to say, but it's more than adequate, especially for the price. More than adequate. Let me show you this one up close. This is my hands modded, so this is an NHM, nothing fancy hands modded watch. Oh, that looks so cool. Those broad sword hands. Fluorescent seconds hand. We have raised non-numeric markings in the cases of the Pagani 007. Outlined in apparently shiny metal, which is basically what they always do. But it's not obnoxious. They are applied, so they're three-dimensional in nature. Notice it does say Japanese movement in it, NH35A. That's what we're going to say it is. And notice they didn't put in a chapter ring. This is another thing I love about this watch. So you have a smaller dive watch of 42mm, but its effective face is actually pretty good. Very good, actually, because you don't have a chapter ring. Signed on the side by myself. That's very hard to do, by the way. Have I screwed it up? Absolutely I have. Let's look on the back, and I actually engraved this rotor too. I want to show you this. It's kind of cool. Oh, not fancy. That's so sick. Yeah, signing the side of the case is tough. This is way tougher. Signing the rotor. Modded 721. I just love it when I sign a rotor. It's super fun. These watches are fantastic. Nice big spring bars they come with. These are 22mm lugs, as you can see. And oh, I told you there wasn't a place for me to sign here, so I signed it right here on the lug. Mod 2021. That's cool, not fancy. Can you do that to my watch? Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Great looking watch. The one I was thinking of that I mentioned was a Phoebus Reefmaster PY16 Bravo. I don't have it here. These watches really remind me of those. And for your reference, they use a Seiko movement, and they're about double the price of these. So I'm telling you, these are great values if they stick around. By the time you guys come to this review, if I post on one of the channels, they may be gone. Then that's usually the case. Like I said, these analog pieces are selling. The Phoebus Reefmaster is $230 last time I checked. And it's 42 millimeters, 14.5 in thickness, 48 lug to lug, exactly the same size as a Pagani 007, the Halcyon. Another one I've never shown you guys, this is an NHM watch and it's very cool. It is an homage to an Omega Seamaster, and it is called a Paula Reese, and I got it off eBay. Look at this thing. So I painted these hands white. So these have more traditional Omega style hands, if I'm remembering right. Has the same type of Cordura vinyl strap going on here. These are fantastic. This one does have AR in it, I believe. You can see it. Great movements. They don't say these are Seiko movements in here at all. This is just like pure Chinese movement. But once again, I've had zero problems with it. When I've ran these movements, they're accurate, durable. I've had this one like 2.5 years. It's fantastic. I mean, for the prices, they're like $70. If that, like $65 for this. Bezel action, I would classify 2 out of 5. And it's silk screened on. See, it's not ceramic. So, you know, you're not getting an amazing watch, but it's just kind of that Seamaster look if that's what you like. And you can see the finishing on the case isn't great. I mean, if you compare that to the Pagani just dominates it in quality. This is like a butcher block. You know, just a fun watch to buy, an homage watch. And that's it, boys and girls. We're done. Short review. I want to get the word out on this. I will post this very quickly. Thanks to the donors. They're the reason that we still have a watch show in the Nut and Fancy Project. You should be one. I didn't go to any distributor. I didn't go to the manufacturer to get these like pretty much all the watch tubers do. I don't do that. I just buy them, sell them. Sometimes I keep them forever as a watch cast member. Kind of like this one. Here's a Deep Blue Master 1000 modded by myself. Sick. That is a sick watch. This is a Frogfoot SU25. I think that's an SU25. Yep, Frogfoot. And then you guys are wondering what watch this is. This is a beautiful Casio. It's a GA1100 SC. Long gone. This is a Japanese domestic model only. JDM. So look at this sick strap that it came with. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. It reminds me of my flight jacket in the Air Force. Orange on the inside, camouflage on the outside. Awesome. Nut and Fancy. See ya.